Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at 10% Happier by Dan Harris, so let's jump in. To give a quick overview of the book, it looks at the science behind meditation and shows how this practice can make you 10% happier. And who doesn't want to be 10% happier, right? Dan Harris was once very skeptical about meditation, like a lot of people are, but as his life unfolded, he found meditation after having a panic attack on national television. The beauty of this book is that Dan isn't a guy who wears robes and has lived in a cave for the last 50 years. From a spiritual viewpoint, he's a regular person, probably like you, me, and most of the people reading this book. And because of this, Dan approaches meditation in a relatable way as he looks to uncover the science behind this ancient practice. So, first of all, how do you meditate? Fortunately, it's very simple, but that doesn't make it easy to do. Here are the 3 steps that you need to follow. Number 1, sit comfortably. You don't have to be cross-legged, but you do have to make sure that your spine is reasonably straight. Number 2, feel the sensations of your breath. As you breathe in and out, focus your attention on either your nostrils, your chest, or your gut. And number 3, this is the big one. Whenever your attention wanders, just forgive yourself and gently come back to the breath. It can help to think of it as a game where you have to catch your mind whenever you notice it wandering off, and once you've done this, you then start from the beginning again by focusing back on your breath. So we now have an understanding of how to meditate, but why should we meditate? How does it make us 10% happier, as Dan suggests? Meditation makes us more mindful, more compassionate, and helps us to live in the present moment. Mindfulness is the ability to recognize what is happening in your mind right now. Anger, jealousy, sadness, the pain of a stubbed toe, whatever, without getting carried away by it. Buddhism teaches us that there are 3 habitual responses that we have to things that we experience. Number 1, we want it. You see a cake, you want the cake. Number 2, we reject it. You see a wasp, you don't want the wasp. And number 3, we zone it out. If your mum's nagging at you, you might end up zoning her out. Mindfulness opens the door for a 4th option where you can step back and view the contents of your mind with clarity. This can benefit every area of your life. When you are driving and someone cuts you off, your instinct is to become angry, annoyed and frustrated. But with a mindfulness practice like meditation, you can develop the ability to simply observe your emotions as they arise, rather than letting your emotions get the better of you. This is all well and good, but if you've ever actively tried to be mindful, it can be exceptionally hard. Luckily, Dan Harris was taught a cheeky little method for applying mindfulness in situations when it is needed. The method follows the acronym RAIN. R stands for recognize. In this first step, you simply have to acknowledge your feelings, anger for example. A stands for allow. You allow the emotion to be, you don't try and fight it. I stands for investigate. Here you look at how the emotion is affecting you. Has your breathing changed? Is your face hot? And N stands for non-identification. This is last but definitely not least. This is where you acknowledge that although you might be feeling anger, that does not make you a permanently angry person. It is just a passing emotion. Meditation is the best tool I know for neutralizing the voice in the head. The voice in your head is nearly always an unwanted agitator, and if you've ever tried to stop the voice in your head, then you'll know how hard it is, and it's often fruitless. But Dan argues that meditation can help us to get that unwanted voice to pipe down. You can think of meditation as bicep curls for your brain. Each time you focus on your breath, you will eventually lose focus and have to start again. This is the equivalent to 1 rep of a bicep curl, and the more reps you do, the better trained your mind becomes so that you can be more mindful in your day-to-day life. Here are some top tips to help you with your meditation. Number 1, to help staying focused on your breath, you can gently repeat the words in and out in your head as you follow your breath. Number 2, you can count your breaths. Start at 1, and when you find that you've wandered off, just start from 1 again. It can also help to start from the beginning when you reach number 10, rather than counting on and on. Number 3, try to meditate each and every day. A regular practice is beneficial. And number 4, set a timer so you don't have to disturb your practice by checking a watch or even worse, your phone. And lastly, if focusing on your breath really isn't for you, here are some variations of meditation that you could try instead. The body scan. You start by either sitting, standing or lying down. You then proceed by focusing your attention to one end of your body, so either the head or the feet, and slowly scan the length of your body, bringing awareness to how each part feels. And the walking meditation. All you need is a patch of ground which is big enough to walk up and down. As you walk up and down, bring your awareness to each stride as you lift, move and place your foot. And remember that for both of these variations of meditation, each time you notice that you've wandered off, don't worry about it, you're not a loser, there is no losing when it comes to meditation. Simply be glad that you've had the presence of mind to notice that you got a bit lost and start again. And that's all from me, guys. If you found this interesting, then definitely check out the book. Dan Harris also has his own 10% Happier podcast and 10% Happier meditation app, which I would highly recommend. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.